Jeff Hunter here, Pro Chevrolet, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Today I'm going to show you a video on easily one of my favorite trucks that GM makes, and that's this one right here. This is the 2018 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 edition. Now the ZR2 is a purposely designed off-road variation of the typical Colorados or Canyons, of course, you're going to see running around on the road today. And I think if you're familiar with the truck at all, you're definitely going to note and you're going to see some differences. What I'm going to do today, I'm not going to go over the whole truck. I just want to go over some of the things that make this different from your normal Canyon or Colorado. Heading up front right off the bat, we're going to see no bumper there. Obviously, I think it looks aggressive, and at the end of the day, that's just one more thing to get caught up, ripped off. So hey, let's just leave it off. And speaking of aggressive and better looking, they've gone that way with the hood as well. So a little more aggressive hood, which I think really suits this truck and the aggressiveness of it. Heading down the side here, you're going to see the fender flares out front and out back, and then also down here we have a custom wheel, so a 17-inch wheel sitting on 31-inch, so a bigger tire size for sure, a 31-inch Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack. Heading down the side, no, those aren't running boards, that's a rocker guard, so obviously more protection heading over, going over stumps and rocks. It's definitely going to protect the rocker area from being damaged. You got the big spotlights, the light bar up top there, and then heading up back, you're also going to see we have an optional spare tire carrier. Now, that, like I said, it is optional. The idea behind that, of course, is it can still be mounted underneath, which is the way it comes normally, but at the end of the day, that's just one more thing to rip off and one more thing you're going to have to worry about as far as ground clearance is concerned. And now, speaking of ground clearance, this truck has a 2-inch lift on it. Well, GM basically claims 50 mils front and rear, which basically translates loosely to about 2 inches. And of course, not only that, but I don't know if you can tell from the stance of it, but it is 90 millimeters wider, which again translates over to about 3.5 inches. So 2 inches taller, 3.5 inches wider than your typical Colorado would be. Obviously, that's going to play a factor big time when it comes to off-road. Speaking of off-road again and all that kind of stuff, one other thing we're going to need is suspension, right? Right there. This is basically the highest end suspension you're going to find on any consumer vehicle, consumer truck anyways. Multimatic DSSV, and as you can see, it says position sensitive spool valve dampening. Now that might not mean anything to you, but let me tell you this. This company made the suspension for the 2010 to 2013 championship winning Formula One Red Bull team car. And I mean, how much higher you can get that? And something even cooler, they're out of Markham, Ontario. They're a Canadian company, so not only is it awesome suspension, but it's Canadian made, which obviously is a pretty cool thing as well. Heading inside, there's a couple little differences, but again, not a whole lot massively different. The screens and all that kind of stuff are going to remain the same, but one of the things I want you to take a note of, is right there. Locking front and rear differential. So for your off-roaders, that is definitely something that is probably necessary, right? I mean, you have it on an ATV, you have it on a side-by-side. Why not have it, of course, on an off-road truck? But again, tons of stuff we can go over. I mean, this has an ambient light package in the inside, and there's a whole bunch of things, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation. This truck has it all. But again, I just wanted to go and show you some of the differences that make the ZR2 the amazing truck that it is. And at the end of the day, you guys got to come and check this out. I mean, again, as I always say on the videos, but it's true, the video doesn't know justice. You got to come and see this truck in person, maybe take it for a test drive. Come see me, come ask me. Jeff Hunter at Pro Chevrolet. As always, guys, thanks for watching.